Tip, Black Power, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. As always, giving honor to my sister and Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my father, my in-laws who are in the ancestral realm as we speak, and to all my family and comrades who are in the ancestral realm as we speak today. And to you all, my brothers and sisters out there who are fighting for the liberation and salvation of the black nation. And what I want to talk about today, as I was introduced to a particular topic that kind of captured my attention. This is about Derrick Rose. And excuse me. Yeah, excuse the interruption. This was about brother Derrick Rose, who he and his white wife slash girlfriend slash fiance slash wife, who recently made some racially vulgar remarks concerning our black queens. And mind you, this is not her first time doing this. Actually, this is her second time doing this. She was captured and caught, a while back making these, nasty statements and remarks concerning, our black queens. And once again, we have another brother who the black community supported with his talent in sports, gifted basketball player Derrick Rose, who the world loved at one point in time. And a lot of people still have love for the brother. However, he has allowed himself to be entrapped in the world of the white bitch. And he's just another nigga being baited in, having that false infatuation with this motherfucking white bitch, which I don't understand where the infatuation comes from when there's no comparison to the white bitch and the black queen. It's no comparison. You can get the worst doing queen in the worst condition and situation, and the whitest top modelist bitch still is no comparison, based on the fact that the sister in her most wretched condition has the ability to reinvent herself, regenerate herself, and renew herself on her own, without any type of artificial components, without any type of surgeries or any type of medical assistance or anything of that nature. Just by the elements of the universe, she has the ability to regenerate herself and renew herself to the point where she can raise herself from the lowest frequency humanly possible to the infinite goddess frequency. Because like I had explained to you all before, that when we say that the black woman is God or the black man is God, that's still an understatement in terms of who we are. Number one, there's no recorded history. There's no record on our actual date of coming to the planet. and that the term God was man-made. So if man made God and the black woman made man, and there's no historical record of the exact time when the black woman came to the planet, saying that the black woman and the black man is God, is still an understatement in terms of who we are. You know, so at the same time, the Derrick Rose situation, and this is what's going to happen. Derrick Rose is at he's in probably the third quarter of his career. He's had several injuries, you know, and I think this is the second or third team he's played with. He's currently playing with. Now, if he hasn't done right with his finances, he hasn't made the right investments, and actually if he hasn't done anything in terms of putting back to the black community, not the United Way, not the LGBT, not Black Lives Matter, not the NAACP, not the Black Caucus, not the National Asshole Network, none of that bullshit. If he hasn't done right with the black community who supported him throughout his career thus far, then this white bitch with her aims and goals, when, I'm not going to say if, when she decides to take him to the bank and wring his ass financially, he'll be right back in the hood, and he'll be once again begging the cracker for some type of position or some type of job. And all the years of his hard labor and toil and sleepless nights and aches and pains would be a fucking history, would be a fucking waste. Will go to waste. While the white bitch will go back to the suburbs and be with the motherfucking white boy that she wants to be with. Because see, what y'all don't understand, these white bitches are on missions. This is a hustle for the white bitch. Let me be a groupie. Let me start off from the bottom. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to do some fucking, some free fucking and sucking to get where I need to go off the break. So I gotta hang in these hotel lobbies, wait for these tour buses to let these players off and these athletes, and I'm gonna have to do some jock riding for a minute until I find a motherfucking house nigga that's infatuated with a white bitch, and that's where I strike gold at. And then what I'll do, once we get our prenups and all this shit in order, then I'll go ahead and take his ass to the motherfucking bank. I'll let him go and throw it up in the club. I'll act naive. I'll play this motherfucking role. And then I'm going to go ahead and the Empire Strikes Back. And I'll get his ass. I'll see him in court. And they do that to us every time. And the thing with this, and the thing with Derrick Rose, this white bitch, she has a heavy and a deep hatred for the black queen, because she is not a black queen. And this is why I try to tell you black queens, while you all are trying to be crackers, they're trying to be like you. And so part of the game that they play on you all is to play like you're worthless and useless and knock you out the motherfucking box. But if you're worthless and useless, Why are they chasing your motherfucking men? Why are they chasing the brothers? You know, and a lot of you. You know, the Advice TV show with Phil, who comes on there, you know, who talks with like he has 3 lips. You know, and he sleeps with a white bitch. You know, Charles Barkley. You know, it's a rack of them. Shaq. You know, it's a ton of them. It's a ton of them. It's a ton of them. And all they are doing is taking you stupid niggas to the bank. You know, and you can tell Charles Barkley, he abuses his white bitch. You know, he has one of those white bitches that enjoy being beat up and cursed out. And that's in their nature. That's in their nature, because in the caves of Europe, they were getting drugged by their hair in the caves. So that's part of their nature. They have no problem with that. No problem with that, you know. You know, and I just can't. It just baffles me as to what you brothers see in these white bitches. Same way with these NBA finals. Same way with the NBA finals. Everybody's rooting for the mulattoes. You know, this reminds me of the 2008 election with Steph Curry being the Barack Obama of the NBA. Same shit. The only difference is his opponent is not a true heavily melanated brother. See, in 08 we had Herman Cocaine, and he too had a white bitch. You know, so it's the infatuation with the white bitch that the black man has to rid himself of. You know, and it doesn't matter, because a lot of you use the excuse about, you know, all my experiences with black women have been bad and this and that. It's just that you have not met the one that was for you. Because a lot of times you may think because that's the one you want, that that's the one for you. And that's not the case. You know, based on my experience, I came to the understanding and the understanding and overstanding that it's not that that sister is a bad sister. That sister is not for me. Because it's everyone for it's someone for everybody. You know, and how can you know, when the ratio is nearly 30 queens to one brother, and you literally step over and push aside and knock down 30 black queens to get to this white bitch, to get to this straight up, straight down, ironing board ass, Miss 6 o'clock, no frills, no thrills, subject to have the itch, white cave bitch. You know, it just blows me to see how you will really go out your way and tear down the walls of black queenhood to lay up with a white bitch. Really, it really is a serious, you know, and it's a serious situation because the black community is being drained economically with this particular hustle that this white bitch is pulling in the black community with the brothers who are successful and the brothers who have made it financially. You know, look at Michael Jordan. You know, he paid $300 million, nearly $500 million, to get away from his black queen wife to be with that white bitch. And if you look at the pictures, there is no comparison in terms of beauty, in terms of strength. She has nothing on Sister Queen, Sister Jordan. Nothing. Nothing. You know. I want to talk about now. I'm done with the Derrick Rose piece, you know. And and in closing with Derrick Rose, I just hope that, you know, he comes to his senses, you know, and snap out of the spell that he's under with being under the hypnosis of this white bitch. But this is something that I want to talk about, and first of all, giving Hotep and shout outs to Brother Vince Bonds, Professor Barbie Beverly down in Petersburg, Virginia, who's a brilliant scholar, very brilliant elder scholar, and which you'll be seeing a lot of him, you know, in the upcoming months. He'll be coming to the DMV, specifically Washington, D.C. He's very, very well gifted in history, in our history. I mean, this elder brother is a genius, you know, and he's worked hard for decades, for over 40 years, into trying to raise the consciousness of our people. So when you get a chance, look him up, Professor Barbie Beverly, and also to Brother Ramon and Michael Gray and their families as well, you know. But I want to talk about this particular situation that happened with a buddy of mine's. Well, actually, one of my spiritual brothers, Brother Mark, that I'll tell you all about, from Georgia Avenue Barbershop, who I was building with him. And I want to give him a shout out too as well. But the subject I want to talk about is, it was two 7-year-old boys, second graders, in D.C. public schools. The two babies went to the bathroom, and they were in there for quite some time, until the teacher actually had to come into the bathroom. And what she done when she went into the bathroom, what she discovered was that the two babies, both of them had their pants down, penis to penis. They were in there kissing, you know. A very, very shocking scene to the teacher. Both of the boys were, you know, apprehended, and they were taken to the office. So they were being counseled and questioned. And when the principal and the guidance counselor and the teachers questioned these two babies, 7-year-old babies, on, you know, where did they see that at, and where did they get the idea to perform such a lewd, ill act at? And they both responded, the TV show Empire. See, this is the shit I be telling y'all about. You know, when brothers and sisters come on the social media and try to warn the black community about Lee Daniels, about Tyler Perry, about Oprah Winfrey, and the rest of these motherfucking agents of Satan. I'll just use that for the sake of understanding, for the people can understand what I'm talking about. These goddamn black demons who are agents, who are paid millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to infect and to deteriorate the minds of not only our babies but our children and the men and women. And they use this mentally, emotionally destructive mechanisms by way of entertainment. The have and have-nots, empire, power, loving you is wrong, Medea, you know, Medea goes to jail, Medea this, and Medea rapes a boy, and all of this shit that you motherfucking niggas sit back and, you know, you skin and grin and you go to the movies and giggle with popcorn, and then the TV shows come on, Empire with Cookie, you know, a hood rat that's been incarcerated for 17 years, that's uneducated. All she knows how to do is dress up, you know, eat pussy and fight all goddamn day and drink and wear designer shit. And you have one son who's still lunching over his white bitch that was murdered or committed suicide or whatever. He's bipolar, taking a ton of medication, so he's not in his right state of mind. The father, who's a fucking idiot, who still wants to be a gangbanger at 50 and has some type of medical illness. Then you have the one that raps, the youngest one that raps. They're so promiscuous and uncontrollable, you know, that has a reckless sexual appetite, destroying the minds and belittling the queen, every queen that he runs across. And then you have the homosexual, who is the savior and receives all the glory on the show. And so when the babies see that, when they're looking for somewhat of a role model, and they're mentally sifting through all this fucking filth on TV, the only thing they can come up with in terms of a role model is this motherfucking faggot. You know, and it's a lot of homosexual scenes on the show, you know, and same way with power. It's a lot of bisexual scenes on the show as well. A lot of black on black killing. And on power, everyone, you know, looks at the cracker, Tommy, like he's so motherfucking thorough and tough and cool. You know, and you know, the guy Ghost, he leaves his black queen for a white dog that's also a motherfucking cop. Same way with have and have-nots. The mother is supposed to be this, straight Christian, that doesn't have a man. Because it's no black head in their family. The son is the son and the father. And then Candace is, she's a harlot. She's a little slut on the show. The black slut. And the good innocent guy is Jeffrey, the homosexual, who's fucking the white police in the ass. And then you niggas will talk about some shit about the black community the black race has made a great deal of progress. Where? Show me where. I don't see it. I don't see it. And we thrive. I've heard people, say they have to leave work early. They can't work overtime to pay a bill because empire is more important than the bill. The black community and the black mind, the addiction to the drama, to the sick mindset that we in. And then when they watch Power, it makes the youth want to go out, and take their life by way of guns and assault weapons of their brothers. And once again, you will not, you are a gangster. You throw up all types of signs in the hood, and you do all of this shit, all this intimidating, big gangster, hardcore, not taking no motherfucking prisoners and all this bullshit in the hood among your own people. But you will not do that to the police, who is killing you whenever they feel like it, anytime they pull you over. And then this is the part that gets me. When they pull you over until you get out the fucking car, violating you from the time he cuts his lights on till the time your ass is in custody. And you are in full compliance. Your mannerism and your etiquette is on 1,000 with this motherfucking cracker. And his goal is to invoke a particular type of attitude in you where he can have an excuse to blow your fucking brains out. And that's in front of your family, in front of your mother. It doesn't make him any difference. Because he's going to be okay, but you're not. Then there's no response to that. Yeah, y'all may bust the windows to a drugstore or to a Foot Locker and get some motherfucking Jordans and shit. Call yourselves rioting. And the reason I'm going this route with what I'm saying is because these shows are the fertile ground for this type of mindset. What is it going to take? Now, right now, the NBA Finals, are on. And so this is a multi-billion-dollar hustle. This is entertainment too, just like wrestling. Just like wrestling. That WWF shit, the NBA, all that shit is the same. And don't be surprised if Cleveland wins the series. And see, that's just another hustle to get, to find out how much money you will be putting on Golden State, 3-1 or whatever. To make you so comfortable with all they need is one more game, and then that's it, I'm paid. And then Cleveland went 4 straight, and you're out of $10, $20, $30,000. This is the mindset that they have us in. Well, they have y'all in. I don't fuck with the shit. I haven't watched a total of 1/4 out of all that shit. And I love sports. I played sports most of my life, most of my youthful to mid adult life. Until I caught on to how this shit goes. To how it goes. How it's rigged. How this shit is rigged. So, another issue that I wanted to discuss also is what is it going to take for the black community to relink once again. Because like I was discussing with Professor Beverly yesterday, that every time the revolutionary spirit rises in the black community, white supremacy comes up with some type of substance, some type of program to implement, to destroy and de-elevate the black liberated mindset. During the 60s and 70s was the Vietnam War, and the Panthers were really on the rise, although, that was a clear indication. The Black Panther Party was a clear indication of how slavery was 100 years prior to that. Because the Black Panther Party had become